show is on. 419 The Grind.
Boots in the mud, yeah. Step on the glass, catching that wildlife. Toledo, where we at? Got my boots in the mud, stepping on glass. We came from the flood, catching walleye down by the river. Toledo soul, man, it don't get no realer, yeah. I stomp in the dirt, Glass City on my shirt, 419 on the grind, putting soul in the work. From the bay to the block, you can hear that sound. Toledo in the blood, roots deep in the ground. Yeah, I walk where the broken glass cut through the pain, but we stronger than the struggle. Sunshine through rain, river rolling, got the walleye on the line. Every hook, every cast, yeah, the city still shine. Got my boots in the mud, stepping on glass. We came from the flood, catching walleye down by the river. Toledo soul, man, it don't get no realer, Clap, 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 stomp, stomp, let the beat ride slow. Glass City blues with a hip-hop flow. From the east side, hustle to the west side, pride. We the heart of the 419, won't hide. See the sparks from the glass, shine in the street. Hear the boots in the mud, feel the bass in the beat. Catch a fish, say a prayer, let the river remind. It's the soul of Toledo, keep the step in time. Oh, down by the water. Glass cuts deep, but it makes us stronger. Boots too heavy, but we still keep stepping. 419, yeah, that's the only direction. Got my boots in the mud, stepping on glass. We came from the flood, catching walleye down by the river. Toledo soul, man, it don't get no realer, Boots in the mud, stepping on glass, catching that walleye. Toledo soul, damn, it don't get no realer, Boots in the mud.
Yeah, we stepping in purpose tonight. Power on me, Holy Ghost energy. Let's go.
I'm walking in authority, yeah, that's the call on me. Covered by the blood, so the enemy ain't stopping me. Favor like a shield everywhere that I'm supposed to be. I'm walking in authority. I'm walking in authority, moving with the Lord in me. Devils get to trembling every time they look at me. Destined and alive, now I'm stepping where I'm born to be. I'm walking in authority. Step up in the room, yeah, I'm charged with the kingdom. Got the light of God and you know I'm gon' beam some. Every single chain break off when I speak some. Word of God swing like a sword when the beat drum. I'm chosen, anointed, yeah, that's official. Covered in the oil, devil can't touch this vessel. Gotta keep it moving every mountain I level. Spirit in my step, watch me dance on the devil. Faith on swole like I live in the gym. Authority in Christ, not me but him. I'm a child of the king, no fear, no sin. I said amen and the whole world spins. I'm walking in authority. Yeah, there's a call on me. Covered by the blood, so the enemy ain't stopping me. Favor like a shield everywhere that I'm supposed to be. I'm walking in authority. Moving with the Lord in me. Devils get to trembling every time they look at me. Dancing in a life, now I'm stepping where I'm born to be. I'm walking in authority. Hey, big faith, no doubt align with the mission. Holy Ghost fire, got the devil tryna listen. blessings overflow and they fall on me. Rooted in the word, no war in me. Christ in my soul, that's the war in me. Take another step, giants fall instantly. Holy Spirit leading every move intentionally. No fear, cause the Lord put his strength in me. I walk with the crown that's rocky in authority. Yeah, that's a call on me. Covered by the blood, so the enemy ain't stopping me. Favor like a shield everywhere that I'm supposed to be. I'm walking in authority. I'm walking in authority. Moving with the Lord in me. Devils get to trembling every time they look at me. Destiny unlocked, now I'm stepping where I'm born to be. I'm walking in authority.
Step by step, I'm climbing high. Left my baggage, kissed it goodbye. New shoes on my feet, scuffed the ground. Echoes of dreams, no longer bound.
The air up here is thin but sweet. Every stumble turns to beat. I'm moving on up
Like George and Weezy. Life ain't perfect, but it's looking breezy. Up the ladder I go, can't make me queasy. Moving on up like George and Weezy.
Moving on up like George and Weezy. I built my bridge from scraps and fire. Burnt down, down, climb out the mire. Every brick laid was a piece of me. Now I'm dancing where the clouds can see. The air up here is thin but sweet. Every stumble turns to beat.
I'm moving on up like George and Weezy. Life ain't perfect, but it's looking breezy. Up the ladder I go, can't make me queasy. Moving on up like George and Weezy.
Like George and Weezy.
Hey, yo, Lane, check dig, man. I was just sitting back reminiscing, man, you know what I'm saying, and vibing on how things used to be, you dig? Like when we was youngsters, you know what I'm saying, that old West End used to rock. St. Anne's jump, you know?
When children used to see the test every day. I used to go to Toledo. When kids really used to go outside and play. I used to go to Toledo. When females used to carry themselves as women. I used to go to Toledo. When hustlers used to do their time without snitching. I used to go to
Listen,
Toledo.
I remember back in the day when I was a child, doing bad. Mama used to take us to eat at Hot and Now. Very convenient, the food was good and plus it was cheap. Creeping off the block to go swimming at Willie's every week. Dirt courts in just about every backyard, hooping on crates. sneaking jars out the house, trying to catch lightning bugs and snakes. The good old days when penny candy really used to cost a penny. Ice cream truck had ice cream on it, you could buy for 10 pennies. Pimping your bike out with chrome caps, reflectors, and mirrors. The hood used to be a village back when the neighbors cared. It was less snitching, more females carried themselves like women. I wish I could go back and visit, cause I miss the old Toledo.
When children used to see the dance every day.
It ain't got that same vibe it got no more.
Kids really used to go outside and play.
Yeah, okay. I feel where you going, CJ.
Females used to carry themselves as
Okay, man. It's your boy Bobcat, man. Just reminiscing. Check this.
where hustlers used to do their time without snitching.
I'm just reminiscing about the old days. And nah, I don't go far back as the OJs. Lane, look, I'm talking late 80s, early 90s. On Auburn up at Peach Rose is where you could find me. I was screaming crossroads for the love of the dough. 16 double O until the world blow. When Indo and Joint Mob had a lock on the South. And Arden Coleman had you scared to come out of your house. Around the time when Magic Wand found out he was Plera. And Ray Stone was so fly, yeah, that was the era. Philly and Philly and all was reppin' for Out Hill. That Scott and Libby gang could damn near get a nigga killed. When Northtown was bumpin', Southwick was slumpin'. Follow the light, lightning rod had every club jumpin'. I give her arm, a leg, 2 shoulders, and a tooth. To see Toledo how it was in my youth. Man, I miss the old Toledo.
When children used to see the dance every day. When kids really used to go outside and play. When females used to carry themselves as women. When hustlers used to do their time without snitching.
Wake up, Toledo. Wake your ass up. You're listening to the 419 Grind, Rise and Grind Morning Show.
Good morning, Toledo, Ohio. Welcome to the 419 Rise and Grind Morning Show. It's your host, your boy, Sean Wan, in the studio with the Dr. Liddell.
Good morning, great people of Toledo. Wake up. Wake up, wake up.
Wake up, wake up.
Wake your up.
Also, we are in the studio with the DJ Impress.
Good morning, niggas. Good morning. Good morning. How you? Good morning. I'm sorry, but good morning.
Okay. Okay. Let me keep pushing here. In the studio with your favorite cousin, Mud Talk on Rise and Grind morning show weekend host, Ty Cleveland.
Good morning, and good morning to everybody whose last name does not end in the letter Z.
Clock in.
There you go.
Also, this is
Or begin with the letter Z.
I'm talking. Oh my God, this is always. Also, we are in the studio with the producer of the Rise and Grind Morning Show, the producer of Check In the Podcast, the producer of the Check In theme song, the producer of Creative Cuties, when you go down the list, Z.
You got time?
High IQ, just so you know.
Yeah.
So you're trying to say he can do everything from A to Z? Is that what you're trying to say? He can do everything from A to Z?
He can do everything from A to Z. He can.
Okay.
Yeah, he can.
Right.
He
Okay,
can.
cool.
The Jesse Cohen, good morning.
Y'all don't have to do that. I don't have any talent. I don't have.
Well, apparently we're all talentless.
I have
Yes.
no talent, no IQ. Yeah. So
Yeah.
And
there's that.
He has Al.
Right. Al has all the time.
Exactly.
Al.
That's what makes this thing move. Is Al. It's AI.
Oh my God. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
It's going to be a show today,
It is
ladies
going
and
to be
gents.
a show today. Buckle up.
The thing is, it didn't have to be, though.
It did too.
It was already
did.
going to be, but it's just going to be even better now. But let me say, we all look like we done been in the sun, okay? Everybody got tans going on.
I haven't been outside at the park, trying to unbig my back again.
Yeah, I need to join you.
Yeah, man.
What time we going?
Hey man, look, I put a lot of work into this back, man. If you'd have known me when I was younger, like literally when I started high school, I was about 5'10", 115 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
By the time I graduated, I was 6'4", 215. And then when I went to school, I went to 235. That was my playing weight in college, 235. Then after college, that's when the back came.
That's when the back came.
So gotta get one of those.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Well, thank you for leading the way for all of us big backs. We appreciate you for laying the foundation.
Pioneer, man. Pioneer. Bro.
Right. Absolutely.
Somebody had to do it, huh?
Yeah,
Absolutely. So we appreciate you. What's going on with you, Dr. Liddell?
Not much. I've been just working on some few things in the background.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do like Jesse. I don't like go and it's done.
Right.
I be strategic in my things.
I don't do that because I don't have talent to do it. If I had talent, then I would be able to do something.
And you have low IQ.
Right.
Yeah. Very low.
Well, so am I striving to be low IQ and talented? Yikes! Well, no, we know, none of us have talent according to resources.
Yeah.
Nobody on the team. Morning show, weekend show, mud talk. Jesus.
Here's the thing,
especially on Mud Talk.
In this room, no one has an IQ, but you have a low IQ. We have no talent.
I didn't know that.
But we have degrees in this room.
Yeah.
Businesses in this room.
Yeah. Why are we so busy?
Oh, I thought you was talking about.
We're not busy. We're productive. We're booked.
Why are we so productive?
Productive.
We don't have.
See, I must not. See,
I didn't know.
I must be low IQ because when you said we had degrees, I was like, the thermostat is over there. We can turn. Oh, okay.
What is the degree on today?
Oh, it's on. I turned it down to 65.
Yeah, it feel like a 65.
You want to turn it up?
No, because
we don't need no more degrees in this room. We got enough degrees in this room.
No honorary either.
No honorary. Hello,
Yeah.
student loans out there.
Man. Yeah, but I had a chance to go to Sunkissed. She had a tea event on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
It was really nice. It was a really good experience. Dr. Liddell trying to support our people, our guests to come on the show. So I went on there and it was really good.
Good.
It was just a relaxing moment. We made some teas, our own blends.
Okay.
Put them in the thing and warmed them up, tasted some teas. So, there was normal teas. So next time we'll try some different ones.
Okay.
So speaking of degrees and Sunkissed, you got traffic and weather?
Yeah, I do. Yes. So let's get into our traffic and weather real quick. So everything is flowing good on the traffic this morning. On the traffic radar, everything is green according to WTOL. Just make sure that if you are planning to travel out in Maumee, work is going to continue on I-75 South that goes from Maumee onto that interstate. So traffic backups will continue to cause headaches because of the work to improve I-475 between Maumee and Perrysburg. But the Maumee police chief is talking about what needs to be done to ease that frustration. So they are hoping to speed up the traffic lights, the timer on the traffic lights to help that traffic flow more quickly. So that traffic is going from Conan Street into Uptown Maumee. With ODOT closing the southbound lanes of I-475, roughly the US 24 interchange to Dixie Highway in Perrysburg for a second weekend, southbound traffic once again will converge onto Uptown Maumee. So if you are heading out into Maumee, just be aware of that. But more southbound closures are coming this weekend and next weekend. In July, ODOT will close northbound I-475 lanes for similar work.
Snap.
Yeah, so just be aware of that. So ODOT is preferring you to detour. If you're going to do that, take I-475 north all the way around Savannah, Toledo, and then down I-75 south to Perrysburg or beyond. So just be aware of that when you are traveling into Maumee or when you're on the highway. As far as weather, weather is looking good. So today it's supposed to be 75 degrees outside. So
we'll take that.
Yeah, with no rain. So it's a good chance for you to get outside and take a walk, go support some events. Tomorrow will be a high of 80. We're looking at 86 on Thursday, 87 on Friday. No rain up until we have rain on Saturday. 6% chance of rain. Remember I told you guys yesterday it was looking like 20 or 40, but that has increased. So it will rain on Saturday with a high of 83, as well as on Sunday it will rain again with a high of 80, and then we should be good all of next week. We're looking at 80s and potentially hit 90s next week. So we're gonna be outside. So ladies, it is sundress season. So get ready.
Sundress and shorts.
Yes, sundresses and hoochie daddies, as the kids like to say these days. The little YNs.
Don't look over here.
Ain't nothing hoochie. Ain't nothing hoochie going on over this way.
You know, when my son was playing football, he would wear them shorts because he got his leg tatted. I was like, why? Why?
He got his leg tatted.
Yeah, Jeremiah has like a full tat.
His thigh?
Yeah, his whole, I think his whole leg. Like he has a sleeve on the leg.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, he was like, cuz I want to show what tattoos are. Oh, okay.
Is it like a tribal thing? Tribal tattoo?
I think it's a combination. It's got a lion.
Okay.
I think it got Nipsey Hussle, and it's got a whole,
Okay.
You got a whole thing going.
I saw a picture of me in a game. It had to be like my sophomore year or something, high school, sophomore, junior year. Man, we had on the Dennis Rodman.
I saw that picture floating around.
Bro, I was like, oh, no. I'm so thankful for the Fab Five, man, to put some length in the shorts, bro.
I know, right. I saw my freshman year in high school, which was probably your freshman year in college.
Yeah.
90, 91? Yep. So, and oh my God, you talking about Joe Dumars in the 1984?
I don't know how we got any kind of movement in them things.
Yeah, I went walking the other day and I had on some shorts that was like below the knee, and I was like, oh no, like it's time to go buy some new shorts, because you know I'm a little bit smaller now. So they was like, I was walking, the fabric kept hitting my kneecap. My knees had no range of motion. I was like, no, I gotta buy some new shorts.
Time for some hoochie daddies.
Just above the knee.
Well, just let me know what park you gonna walk in, because if you got hoochie daddies, I'm gonna be on the other side of town.
Never wear no hoochie daddies.
You my guy. I don't want to see Ty in no hoochie daddies. That's just like Big C was in here talking about where I said he gonna perform in some hoochie daddies. I said, well, let me know
what show that is,
because whatever show that is, I ain't got no business there whatsoever. See Big C in some hoochie daddy shorts. I'm in the wrong part of town.
Yeah,
but we
go
also
from little bro. You go from little bro to just hey.
Yeah. But we can't be walking around looking like lean with it, rock with it, with the shorts all the way down to the ankles. It's like, are you wearing shorts or capris?
What's up, Square?
But if I had a choice, I'm gonna lean with it, rock with it. I'm gonna lean with it, rock with it. No doubt.
So that is it. What else is going on?
Yeah, man. So let's get into what's the tea and the tea. This is where I give y'all all of the latest news that's going on in the city and beyond. So of course, top news right now is residents are demanding change after an airsoft gun scare at the OLPH festival Saturday night. So residents are calling for changes to the OLPH festival after Toledo police responded to reports of gunfire Saturday night. A cell phone video captured multiple police officers and sheriff deputies responding to the festival around 9 p.m. Saturday. Police found a teenager with an airsoft gun. No shots were fired. Jerry Mazar, who lives down the street from the festival, said the chaos that followed the police response was anything but calm. They started evacuating the festival, telling everybody to get out. People started coming down the street from that. It was a free-for-all for the next several hours. Mazur said the event setup made a bad situation worse. There was no admission fee and no fencing. He said dozens of unsupervised teenagers were left stranded on the street. Most of these kids were either dropped off or made their way and had no transportation. So there's 50 or 60 kids hanging out on the street here in the dark, waiting for Uber, screaming, yelling, sitting on cars. Mazur said festival organizers need to hear from the community and make major changes if the event returns. If they do it again, there's going to have to be on different rules and regulations. You've got to have more security. You've got to charge admission, and you've got to fence off the property. Otherwise, you're asking for it again. If they don't do it, that will be fine with me. Festival organizer Kevin Kaczynski said what happened Saturday was very unfortunate. He said we shut down immediately after that. One of our sheriff deputies, a school resource officer, one of the students notified him that there was a gun in a purse. They found the person. It was an air pistol, so with no shots fired, Kaczynski said. Kaczynski said they had 10 to 12 sheriff deputies working the festival, and they also patrol surrounding neighborhoods. He said residents will see changes and safety upgrades next year. He says we are looking at fencing, and we're also looking at emission charges for next year, said Kaczynski. So very unfortunate situation to an event that is free and that is for the community, and because you have 50 to 60 unsupervised kids, which I don't understand why parents are dropping their kids off, who just made it unfortunate for everybody else, and now they have to make the changes don't just affect the people who messed it up, but the people in the neighborhood who look forward to this festival. That it's been free for years, and now they are going to have to start charging admission for this event. So it's a very unfortunate situation.
And it's sad that you can't drop your children off to just have fun. Like they don't even have enough structure or sense to just have fun and not do something crazy to cause chaos.
Yeah. I think it comes from lack of peer leadership too. Everybody is so quick to kind of go with the flow, you know what I mean? Instead of like when we was growing up, it'd be some people like, man, y'all quit acting a fool, man. Like, you know what I mean? And it's not that. Everybody's so quick to either want to be accepted by their friends or trying to catch the viral moment on their phone.
Right.
That they add stuff on.
Yeah.
So that you can get, cell phone footage, man. It's unfortunate that kids can't go and be kids no more, man.
Yeah. And I think it's just unfortunate because what kind of mindset do you have to say, you know what? I just want to put an airsoft pistol in my bag and just go cause chaos.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And I said this too a while ago. If I'm going somewhere and I feel like I got to take a gun, then I probably shouldn't be going.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I probably shouldn't be going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wish more people thought like that.
But again, we got to really address the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room is when there is a lack of accountability. And I'm talking about a lack of accountability for both parents and youth. Then we're going to continue to have these issues and this drama and this mess that's going to continue to take place in our community because, again, nothing changes if nothing changes. And this is what I was talking about yesterday, being frustrated that all of this is going on, just like the West End Festival, right? Last year, it was off the hook last year, right? So I'm curious to see what it's going to look like this year. When it comes to how the youth is being monitored this year,
Yeah, and I think we're also in that situation right now too, where parents are like, "Ooh, school's out. I gotta get you out the house, so I'm gonna drop you off to where we gotta go," because they know school's over. So that means that you have your kids for the next 3 months. So you've been so used for the last 8 months of just dropping your kid off for 6-7 hours, and if they play sports, you know what I'm saying. So you may drop your kid off at 8 in the morning, not see them again till 8 at night. But now your kid is in your house all day, every day. So you don't have that freedom to go and like, oh shoot, my kid is at practice. I'm about to go stop at the classic real quick. And you know what I'm saying? Now you have to be a parent, and now you have parents who are dropping the kids off because they like, ooh, I don't know how these teachers did with you for 7 hours a day because I dealt with you for 2, and I need to drop you off somewhere. So I think we're seeing where parents are now just trying to drop their kids off where they want to because parents, I won't say all of them, some parents just don't want to parent.
They don't.
Right. And
they just want to have fun. They want to kick it.
Right.
And
Definitely.
then you have the youth who want to get together. They don't do things like play sports. They're not into some of the extracurricular things that we all used to do that kept us busy year round.
Yeah.
Right.
And so because there's nothing for them to do when school is out, then that's where they come up with the ideas to go places because they want to do something.
And idle mind is a devil's playground.
Man.
Yeah. So why not encourage your children to do something other than sit around the house, play a game, or go somewhere and cause chaos.
Absolutely.
Get into a sport, get into an instrument, get into something that's going to teach you a skill.
Yeah. But this also trickles down to all of the budget cuts and everything that's happening with funding to sports and programs like that. So now you are seeing a lack of programs, out here in the community because so much funding has been slashed thanks to the Orange Man in office.
And I would say, like, when we were young, there were programs, but we were our own programs.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Very
Our neighborhood,
true.
we were our own.
We made our own activities.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And kids, because of social media and video games, they don't know.
Don't
Like
know
you
how,
tell a
yeah.
kid to go outside, they be like, "What am I
For
supposed
what?
to do out
Yeah.
there?"
I gotta ask Jesse this.
Everything
man.
was out there. Yeah.
Jesse, did you play at King Park or at Smith Park when they had the high rim and then the regular rim?
Yep.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Man, that's when we was having fun.
Yeah.
When I first dunked on the high rim, you couldn't tell me a thing. Boy.
And there was double rim too.
You couldn't tell me nothing at all. Yeah. And at McElwain, we had a rim that was like 11. And again, I probably spent a whole summer just out there trying to get my steps together just so I can dunk on
Did
that.
you get to
know
11?
what I mean? Yes.
What? Okay.
He almost cussed. What you mean?
I had you think my hips went out on their own? I had a little bit of springs
So
back
jumping out
in
the
school,
gym,
man. I had a little
He said, "Don't let the lint fool you."
I had some
Said I
springs
wasn't
in
always
school.
like this.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah.
All right. Well, in other news, man, so the Toledo-Lucas County Port Authority Board passed 2 resolutions up to $25 million each to revitalize 2 housing complexes, and that's going to be the Covenant House and the Ashland Manor. So on Thursday, the board approved this project proposal to renovate those 2 apartment buildings in the city. One project could acquire and rehabilitate Covenant House, where a tenant told WTOL in May that her apartment had issues with repairs from reoccurring flooding and bug infestations. Another said their apartment had unreliable hot water for more than a year. Another project will do the same with the Ashland Manor. The complex came under the ownership of Premier Property Management in 24 after a series of complaints for residents and was declared a nuisance property multiple times. We're looking for that investment to improve the overall environment and surroundings and once again challenge properties getting more investment, making them livable and affordable housing in both of those locations, says Craig Teamer, Director of Finance and Special Projects. Currently, the projects are estimated to cost up to $25 million for each property. Teamer says the developer needs to get approval from the Ohio Housing Finance Agency to finalize capital stack before getting final approval from Port Authority later in the summer. Port Authority will then close on bond financing in December 26 or January 27 before starting a 10 to 12 month renovation process expected to end by early 2028. So very happy and very excited for those people who live in those housing complexes, because I do remember those stories being on the news for bug infestation and flooding and just not being in livable conditions for those people. And just because you live in low income housing does not mean you don't deserve high quality standards when it comes to living.
That part.
Yes. So just because you're in the hood don't mean you gotta live like you're in the hood.
Right. Listen here.
And it's well overdue, man, for those people to have an upgrade. And what I hope is that once they get those upgrades, they appreciate it. You know what I mean? And keep them up because it don't take long for it to go back to how it is now. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
So that means don't be having your kids just ripping the screens out the windows,
All right.
tearing the door off the refrigerator.
Got the blinds all broke.
And now you got a sheet up there.
The blinds being broke is going to happen, bro. That's that looking outside. Look at them out there. Look at them.
Get out my damn blinds.
And when you say who did it, I didn't do it.
I ain't do it.
Yeah, that's how you can tell who the nosy person is on the block.
Right.
Look at them blinds.
Look at them blinds.
Man, I went over somebody's house and a little boy in the window. I walked up. I said, I whooped your ass. Get out the blinds.
He broke them all up.
Messing up them blinds.
Man, mess up the blinds. Giving people a finger when they walk past.
Them good white blinds at that.
Man.
Right.
No doubt.
All right. So in good news, man, positive news. So shout out to Paul Mitchell. So Paul Mitchell School of Toledo is going to do a pamper day for cancer survivors, and they're going to do it for free.
Good.
Yeah. So
Wow.
Paul Mitchell, the school Toledo, will host Cancer Survivor Beauty and Support Day today, actually on June 2nd, offering complimentary haircuts and washing styles to cancer patients and survivors by appointment. The annual event is part of a nationwide effort involving salons and schools across the country to recognize and support people living with and beyond cancer. Founded in 2003 in Illinois, organizers say the event has grown to include participants in all 50 states as well as Canada and Mexico. This year marks the 23rd anniversary of Cancer Survivor Beauty and Support Day. And a resolution HRES 466 is currently moving through the U.S. House of Representatives, expressing support for designating the first Tuesday in June as a permanent National Cancer Survivor Beauty and Support Day. Organizers say the day is volunteer-based with no money raised and no solicitations, and that survivors schedule their own appointments for services. If you want to schedule an appointment today, call them at 419-885-5191, and services vary by location and are available by appointment only. So shout out to Paul Mitchell, School of Toledo for doing that. That's dope.
I'm glad they do
that's
that.
a nice thing.
Yeah, my daughter went there. It costs a lot to go there. And
it does.
I'm
I
glad
know
they,
some people went there.
Yeah, they giving back. Yeah, good. So no, my money went somewhere.
Tuition dollars is working.
Yeah.
Look, after my little cousin and came to me, she don't even look at me the same no more. She just be like, hi, and keep it moving.
No, she like that all the time. I had to tell her, like, we go places, and as talentless as I am, people know me. You know what I mean? So
you ain't got no talent.
So people, I know that's what I said. It's talent. So people speak, and she be like, you know everybody, and I be like, why don't you speak to people? And she like, I said, it takes a second to speak to somebody, and you never know what that door might open. And I said, and if they don't, she's like, what if they don't speak back? I said, that says more about them than it says about you. Yeah. You know what I mean? Just,
It sounds like just like my daughter.
Man, my daughter, look, we was at my mother's birthday party.
Son,
my daughter walk in, she'll speak to everybody, and she'll go sit at the table by herself.
Yeah.
She'll come up and bother me, and then go sit at the table. And she's always been like that.
Yeah,
Like, always.
That sounds exactly like my. Even if I have stuff at my house. Like she will sit at the couch, and even if everybody, okay, we're gonna go downstairs and watch a movie, she'll sit there like, Maya, you coming downstairs? Okay, I'll come downstairs.
It must be the name, because that's my daughter's name, and that's the same. My daughter will come home from school, and I might see her when she come and get some food, and then that's it. Like, man, come out of that room.
I get it though.
Get out of that room.
Being social, it's a lot.
Albert Earl, I am on the show. If you want to call in on the show. I cannot answer my phone right now.
We need an on-air thing for our phones.
Right.
Yeah.
On air.
Right.
I think when it comes to being social, one, I think it's like a post-COVID thing for them.
Yeah.
One. For two, I kind of get it, man, because I feel like when you're social all day, so like for instance, I'm here on the Rise and Grind morning show. I DJ. I'm a teacher. I do the weekend show. Don't talk to me afterwards. Like,
How do you
do all that if you don't have talent?
I don't know, man.
Hey,
What
man.
the?
You got 50 job, man.
But
Bud talk.
But if she did that was cool. She don't like. It took me a long time to get her to even find. Like, you know how your kid mess up and you want to punish them.
Yeah.
It was so hard to punish her because she didn't like nothing. Like, you know what I mean. She didn't have a phone. She didn't care about a phone. None of that stuff. So I'm like.
You know, her punishment to be, you're going to come out that room for 5 days.
Exactly. That's it.
Sit here with us.
Do stuff like that. Yeah. You got to come and watch this movie. Like, that's a punishment.
Yep.
Sit down here and watch this movie.
You're watching Roots. That's what you're watching.
You couldn't take a TV because she didn't have a TV in her room. She didn't want, you know what I'm saying? She was just hard to read like that.
Yeah.
But now I'm glad that she, came out. She's still like a little shy when she get around people, but she's a lot better than what she was.
What does she do now?
Everything.
Okay.
Everything. Yeah.
I think my daughter going to the Army kind of is gonna help her with that, with talking to people, being around people.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll definitely build her confidence.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. What else is going on, baby bro?
All right, last story, because this actually happened kind of last night, if you didn't notice it, but also early this morning. So there was a fireball in the sky.
Oh, there's some of a post on Facebook. Never mind. Go ahead.
No.
Oh, yeah. That was a fireball.
Hey, I'm telling y'all, you can't spell petty without tie. So you can get real petty up in here if you want to.
Little petty.
Okay, I just got to get permission from my producer. That's what you want to do. Okay. All right. So, a bright fireball meteor lit up the sky on Monday across northern Ohio and South Michigan, which generated hundreds of reports from sky watchers wondering what was going on. So, it actually was a meteor, and it was spotted about 10:42 p.m. and was seen streaking across northern Ohio with a brilliant flash before continuing towards southern Michigan. According to early reports, the object's path may have been taking it directly over Toledo. So, if you didn't see it last night, you snooze, you lose. So, witnesses from at least 8 states and Ontario, Canada, reported seeing the fireball, and observers said the meteor visibly fragmented as it crossed the sky, with the streak reportedly lasting as long as 7 seconds. Despite its brightness, there have been no reports of a sonic boom or other sounds associated with this event. Officials continue gathering reports and analyzing data to better determine the meteor's exact path and characteristics. This is not the first time this happened. In March, there were 2 separate incidents of fireball meteors being spotted. The first was on the 17th, and then another one occurred on March 23rd. That one happened in Wisconsin and could be seen passing over half dozen states, including South Michigan and Northwest Ohio. If you have any pictures or photos, the National Weather Center and WTOL and other news stations are asking you to send in pictures so they can continue to do research and see what was going on. So,
who did it hit? That's what I want to know. Like,
they didn't say where it landed, but it fragmented across the sky. So I'm going to assume it must have broke up as it was going through the sky.
Hey man, I'm not like, I hate to be like a skeptic. This kind of stuff didn't happen under other administrations.
That's because Obama covered it up. Obama covered it up. That's what they say.
I'm just saying, I don't be trusted. I don't be trusted nothing. Like, so all of a sudden we just about to have fireballs in the sky. Okay.
You know what? You know what's so crazy, Monty, is that when I was reading this story this morning, I thought about you. I said he gonna have so much conspiracy theories and so much to say.
Right, man. Oh my God, we gotta pay some bills, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to our sponsors: P360 Studios, Toledo Arc, A Servant's Heart, Ohio Unity Coalition, Penthouse Work Spa, and Solution. But before we go, Jesse, where can they find us?
You can find us on the corner of Jackman and never mind. You can.
I'm trying to, man. Y'all don't understand the battles I'm fighting this morning, man. I promise you.
No, but you can find us live on Facebook, live on YouTube. You can also find us on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and wherever you want to be petty.
I gotta take this break.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back after this commercial break. Hello, my name is Sean Mahone Sr., founder and executive director of Young Men and Women for Change Behavior Modification Bootcamp Program. If you are a parent experiencing issues or problems with your child, then give us a call today. Young Men and Women for Change, 567-277-5352. Productive leaders for tomorrow's future.
Hi, I'm Dennis Hobson, Buckeye legend and all-time leading scorer. I was a 3rd player picked in the 1987 draft, and I went on to win an NBA championship in Chicago. I think earlier on in my career, and actually I'm gonna go back a little bit in high school where we had reel-to-reel. We didn't actually have film that you could set up. We could watch film, but we couldn't edit and cut film up. But by the time I got to Ohio State University, where everything is so big time, we had film that you could watch, plus you could edit and slice and cut film up. Now, when I was able to understand film and understood what I was doing on the basketball court, it helped my game grow a tremendous amount. And just sitting there being able to watch film with my coaching staff or an individual coach, and him pointing out different things, I was able to grow my game and take it to a whole nother level. This is why I created the Hobson Film Lab. I think you have a lot of players today, younger players, for getting a lot of individual work with their trainers. They're going to practice, working at their game, and they're playing in games, but I don't think they understand the game. And I think this film lab will help you to understand the game. You get the opportunity to sit with me to sit down. We're going to discuss. I'm going to edit your film. We're going to sit down and discuss what you're doing right, what you're doing bad. Good offense, bad offense, good defense, bad defense, whatever it is. Jump shot. I'm going to coach your head. I think that's super, super important outside of the individual training that you're getting and the time that you're getting with your coaches and coaching staff in practice and during games. With the Hobson Film Lab, I'm going to teach you awareness. I'm going to teach you how to read certain situations depending on where you are on the floor. I'm going to teach you how, once you beat your first line of defense, second line of defense steps up, how to make plays. Again, it's going to give you the opportunity to understand and learn the game in a way to where you're separating yourselves from everybody else that's playing the game. Click the link to learn more and reserve your spot today, because real development starts when players understand the game.
Your first impression matters. What if your business could introduce itself in just 60 seconds? Anytime, anywhere. Business cards get tossed. Social posts get lost. But video connects. It lets people see your face, hear your voice, and trust your story. At Project 360 Studios, we create business spotlight videos. Short professional films that introduce who you are, what you do, and why people should choose you. Here's how it works. Step 1. Plan. We help craft your story. Step 2. Film in our studio or on location. Step 3. Edit. We brand it with your logo, colors, and music. Step 4. Deliver a powerful video you can use everywhere. Share it on your website, social media, email signature, anywhere you want to make a lasting first impression. Don't just hand out your business card. Let people meet you. Book your business spotlight video today at Project 360 Studios.
God ain't bring me this far just to barely survive. Listen. God didn't bless me just to get by. Didn't wake me up just to barely get through the night. I'm walking in favor, I'm living overflow. Exceedingly abundantly, that's how the promise goes. Nah, not just to get by. He opened doors I couldn't pry. I'm blessed beyond the limits of my mind. Nah, not just to get by. I remember nights when the fridge was talking loud. Empty shelves, heavy prayers, faith in the clouds. Mama said, hold on, God sees it all. Even when the pocket's thin, we still stand tall. Now I see the vision clearer than before. He don't give crumbs, he prepared a whole store. If he said it, he meant it, I trust what he said. He ain't the God of lack, he the God of way made. I ain't chased the bag, I chased his face. Now grace on grace got me running my race. Every step order, every breath plan. I don't just survive, I thrive in his hands. Yeah, God didn't bless me just to get by. Didn't wake me up just to barely get through the night. I'm walking in favor, I'm living overflow. Exceedingly abundantly, that's how the promise goes. Nah, not just to get by. He opened doors I couldn't pry. I'm blessed beyond the limits of my mind. Nah, not just to get by. Words say above all I could ask or think. So I stopped thinking small every time I blink. If he owns the cattle, the hills, the land, why would I doubt what's already in his plan? Pressure tried to break me, pain tried to mold me, but purpose kept pulling, wouldn't let it hold me. I'm blessed in the city, blessed when I leave, blessed when I sow, blessed when I believe. I ain't got a scheme, I ain't got a lie. Favor got my name written front line, from the pit to the palace. Yeah, I testify. He didn't call me up just to get by. Overflow, yeah, it's more than enough. Running over, fill my cup. If you did it once, I'll do it again. I don't live in fear, I live in him. Overflow, I'm covered in grace. Every blessing got purpose in place. Hands up high, let the world know I ain't just alive. I'm supplied. God didn't bless me just to get by. Didn't wake me up just to barely get through the night. I'm walking in favor, I'm living overflow. Exceedingly abundantly, that's how the promise go. Nah, not just to get by. He opened doors I couldn't pry. I'm blessed beyond the limits of my mind. Nah, not just to get Static crackles like a morning fire. Dial spins chasing my heart's desire. Voices sing where the silence breaks. Magic in the air every time it plays. Turn it up, turn it loud, turn it on. The radio's my midnight sun. Every note, every beat feels like home. Turn it up, turn it loud, let it roll.
Driving roads where the street lights hum. Every station feels like it's the one. They play my dreams, they know my name. Every song a spark, every tune a flame. Oh, the airwaves know my soul. Fill me up and make me whole.
Turn it up, turn it loud, turn it on. The radio's my midnight sun. Every note, every beat feels like home. Turn it up, turn it loud, let it roll. Turn it up, turn it
The Rise and Grind Morning Show is on 419 The Grind.
Good morning, Toledo, Ohio. Welcome back to the Rise and Grind Morning Show. It's your host, your boy, Sean Wan, in the studio with the lovely, the Dr. Liddell.
Good morning, great people. It's a great day to have a great day.
Yeah, I had to.
He says it's not a problem if it's a fact.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh,
I like
okay.
that.
Well, like what y'all say, clock it. Also, we are in the studio with your favorite cousin, Mud Talk on Rise and Grind Morning Weekend Show host, Ty Cleveland.
Good morning to all the beautiful people out there. And just remember, you know, you ain't doing something right if you don't have haters.
That part.
So, you know, especially when they
They're
write
paying attention.
and they write dissertations about you on that blue app. So love that.
On the internet.
On the internet.
On Al Gore's good internet.
You wasted good internet time talking
Good internet time writing essays and dissertations about talentless and low IQ people.
Man.
That's wild. I'm gonna have to ask Miss Golden Hicks over here, the social media manager, how do you go about being socially petty on social media?
Yeah, we're going to ask
Without
her
getting
that.
flagged.
Without getting flagged.
Right.
Because I like to just go straight to the point. But, yeah.
Also, we are in the studio with the producer of the Rise and Grind Morning Show, the producer of the weekend Rise and Grind Morning Show, the producer of Creative Cuties, the producer of Check In, and the theme song. The list goes on. Win or lose, like
We ain't got time for the list right now.
right. But
He is the list.
He is the list. So we do have Jesse Coleman.
I have no talent. I have low IQ. So, but thanks for that list. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, sometimes
At least somebody could see. I appreciate it.
Right. I mean, you got to be doing something right if you got all that going on.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe
Just
we can
over there
ask them.
pushing buttons for nothing, huh?
Yeah.
The
Anybody can do this though.
No, not anybody.
No. I'm training people this week.
Oh, well, you training people. Don't even ask me to come in for
people,
the training.
a person.
Well, you are people, right?
I'm one. See, now the ELA teacher's coming out. Okay? Singular.
Well, you're not the only one who made a request.
Okay, there we go. All right.
Yeah, it won't be me.
Just wanted to make sure.
And it won't be, and I know it won't be Mr. McCain either. So
It's gonna be somebody.
It's gonna be somebody.
It's a Bishop Bad Feet. Got bad hands too.
Well, he did turn the light switch on yesterday in the other studio. So
Yeah, he told me.
he made progress.
He was very proud of that too.
Yeah, he turned on one of the studio lights. He hit a button.
Ooh.
One button.
One button.
Yeah, that's progress.
You gotta start somewhere.
Gotta start somewhere.
Yeah.
One thing at a time.
Yeah. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, we have another great guest in the house today. We have Miss Golden Hicks in the house. What's going on?
Thank you. Hi, how are you guys? I'm
Welcome
so great.
in.
Happy to be here. Thank you so much.
We love our talented guest that comes on our show.
Ignore all our chaos that's happening right now.
Yeah, we're in the midst of the storm.
They
Yeah.
I'm the sneaky guy. I'm waiting to sneak in and slip one in, but go ahead. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here. Thanks for the opportunity.
Yeah,
Yes.
I know we were talking a little bit during the commercial break, and you were kind of sharing your journey with us. But if we can just kind of rewind that,
Okay.
and talk about the space that you're in. So tell the people who you are and what it is that you do.
My name is Golden Hicks. I am from Toledo, Ohio, born and raised. I did leave though when I went away to college. That was a requirement for my parents, was that we have to move away. And then from there, I actually ended up moving to New York for 4 years through a recommendation from a friend who somebody needed an assistant. And they pointed me in a direction of that, and I took the opportunity. And then after that, 4 years of being there, which that could be a little bit of a story in itself, that had a little bit of radio actually in it as well. I interned at Sirius XM. I interned at Hot 97. And I actually worked for a guy by the name Reggie Osei, who was a lawyer for Jay-Z and Dame Dash in their era, but started a podcast that was more so like hip hop based. And so through that, I transitioned into being a personal assistant for the rapper Fabulous through some Toledo natives who gave me that opportunity. Molly the Martian, I don't know if you ever heard of him before. And then the real reason why I got the, push to go out to New York was from a guy named DJ Bugatti, who goes by Bugatti now and owns Mud Made Clothing.
Yep.
But I worked with him with his branding way back when I was like first out of high school, and he knew somebody who needed an assistant. He gave me the opportunity. And so that kind of catapulted a lot of my just, hustle and entrepreneurship and different things like that. And then being in New York for 4 years, being an Ohio girl, I did start to get a little exhausted. And I didn't fully have at the time, being a young girl, either the energy to overly network myself the way that you kind of have to like put that hustle and bustle in. And I knew I wanted a family. And so I actually ended up meeting my husband out there. And I ended up moving to Cleveland.
Okay.
So then because I was like, Cleveland, big city, not yet home, but I'm in Ohio and I really like that. And so I lived in Cleveland for 9.5 years. We built a multi-level marketing business. That was in 2017 that I moved to Cleveland, and it took us 3 years. We got to the top 1%, and then just going through COVID and everything becoming Zoom related and really hands off, it kind of gave us the push to allow freedom inside of our life to like start to get into other things that we were, previously passionate about. And also for me, be present, stay-at-home mom, which is something that I always wanted to do, which is why I worked the way that I did to build a business that was set inside of a residual space. And so, coming off of that, though, I just am a creative and I do love to work. Like, I'm passionate about that. I'm passionate about connecting people, building bridges, and just helping people kind of maybe see blind spots that they don't see inside of their business to increase profit for themselves, because I love entrepreneurship. And so that kind of started me this past fall inside of social media marketing, because that was the platform that I built my multi-level marketing business inside of. And so just understanding that it is a continuous thing. I think sometimes people could be shy inside of the space of, oh, I'm posting too much. And it's like, for me, I'm like, who cares? Like, I don't, like, it's nobody's business if you're posting too much. And if they even have the, energy to form a thought of you're doing too much, it's really just like, think about yourself. Like, what do you want for yourself? So, really passionate about that. And so coming off of that, I was able to connect with somebody I went to high school with who took ownership over the Blarney Event Center downtown Toledo, which is a beautiful lofted brick building space, original brick. It fits 200 people in standing room. It's been turned into like a music venue of downtown Toledo. It has a bar, liquor license, everything like that. My family has thrown several parties there over the years. And so my mother's 60th birthday is actually this Saturday, and we kept trying to figure out who took over ownership. Like, we want to rent it out for her party. Come to find out, it was somebody I went to high school with. And so I connected with her, had a meeting for social media, but that ended up transpiring into just noticing that my passion was actually throwing events, planning events, and putting that on. And so I've been planning events and putting events on. And it's really, with summer here now, this next June, July, I have a lot more events on the schedule than maybe I did May and April. April was like kind of the first event that we collabed on, which was a millennial style trivia event. Went into May and I did a Drake listening party. Just, kind of bringing some big city feeling events to the city of Toledo. Yes. I'm not necessarily somebody who complains or likes to put a spotlight on things that the lack thereof. I'm more so like, well, let's just do it then. So, growing up, I always heard, oh, Toledo doesn't have this, Toledo doesn't have that. But for me, I'm like, well, let's make it. Let's create it because, living in New York City,
I was
living
just
in
getting ready to
Cleveland.
say that you come from, I used to live in New York too. So when you live in these bigger cities, it's like the opportunities are endless.
Yes.
So when you bring that mindset to Toledo, it's a kind of like strange because people are like, we can do that here in Toledo.
Yeah. And you got to push through that. You know what I mean?
You do.
Because living in New York and living in Cleveland, which are great cities, but what I realized coming home, which I came home last June to be closer to my family because I have 2 kids, and my sisters have kids, is that Toledo is a beautiful boutique city. And, they're putting money in downtown, and it's beautiful and it's clean and it has opportunity. And so it's really just, taking advantage of that opportunity and not letting maybe sometimes the small town mindset hold you back or stop you. And you won't always get, the rush of support maybe that you want to have or you feel like you could have, because it takes like less than a second to repost something. You just got to keep pushing forward, and eventually you can, build something that people can understand and respect and just come have fun. You know what I mean? So that's really the space that I come from, and it brings me joy. And so, that's really what I'm into now.
Okay.
And what I'm going to settle into for these next years.
Okay.
So I was going to ask you, because I heard you say that you moved from Toledo to New York. What was that transition like, and what was your thought process? Like, how did you feel making that move from Toledo to New York?
Okay, so it was a little bit of stuff in between there. So at first I went away to college. But the story can get long. Because I'm just always open to opportunity, and I've just always kind of sat in the space of like, if the opportunity comes to you, it probably comes to you for a reason. Maybe if you don't have it fully figured out, still just lean in, and God will support you inside of that journey and help you figure it out. So at first I went away to school. I went away to Mount Union, and I played college basketball. So I played for a year and a half. My second year, I missed my mile by like a second, literally 7 minutes and 1 second. And my coach just didn't feel like the love of the sport anymore. And I played it since I was 4 years old. And I was starting to realize at that time, I was like, I'm not going to the WNBA. I don't know what I'm going to do. I know I want to have a family, and I know I want to have a career though. And so I just didn't fully realize the opportunities that could have been in sports. And so after stopped playing sports, that was like really a high level sports athlete school. It was in the middle of nowhere, and I was like, this just isn't fun for me. And so that's when I transferred home to Toledo. I did 1 year in Toledo, and that was hard for me as well, because it was my parents just felt like, come home and like have dinner, and I'm like, I'm in college technically, I can't. Like, I'm partying tonight, you know what I mean? Things like that. But
got studies.
But yeah, right. I'm like, I am not available. But being in Toledo, it opened up the creative side for me. Like I mentioned, I started working with Gerald Riley is his name, but he used to go by Bugatti, DJ Bugatti. Working with him and kind of branding and doing events, but also throughout that, we threw a day party like years ago. We were trying to bring ideas to the city of Toledo that weren't yet a thing, because back then it really wasn't. There really weren't day parties going on in Toledo. And so I also started working with the campus promotional group, but I was never a big like club goer like that. You know what I mean? I had my little time in college a little bit, but I've always loved other events that kind of brought out more than just going to the club.
Yeah.
And so I put on a poetry night called So We Speak, and it was packed. And I was like, wow, like people will come out for this type of stuff. And so that kind of ignited that. But I was over Toledo. And so then my sister graduated. She wanted to go to hair school, the girl that I told you about that I started doing her social media. And there was a hair school in Columbus. And so I was like, okay, move to Columbus. I'm going to move there with you. We can live together. And when I was living in Columbus, that's when the opportunity came to me to be able to go to New York. When I was living in Columbus, I was actually working with a guy by the name Terrell Burdell, and he was the manager of the DJs for Rick Ross. What's Rick Ross? MMG. He was the manager for that. Yeah. And so he let me be his assistant. And we put on a concert for Wale. I traveled with him to Alabama A&M to do like a spring concert like type thing, and helped him fill the openers. Just different things like that. Just always being in a space and being open to, you know, go the extra mile, you know, be an intern, do those types of things. And so then when I moved to New York, I was an assistant for somebody, and then that continued to transpire into more and more opportunities. Like I vividly remember being in Sirius XM studio interning for DJ Static Selecta, which was Joey Badass's DJ, and getting the email that I was denied the internship for Sirius XM. But because I went and met people and knew people, I would get the opportunity, because you can get the opportunity no matter what. You just have to be willing to go the extra mile. And talk to people and be okay with not knowing everything, because you don't have to fake it to make it, but you have to, you know, care about it to want to make it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Now, you said that you weren't a big club goer, you know, growing up or whatever.
Yeah.
How did it feel to be put into these big spotlight positions? So, you know, working with, you know, Wale and these different, you know, Sirius XM radio. So how did you mentally prepare yourself? Like, all right, like I'm not a big club goer, but I know I got to do this event with Wale. How did you get into that mind space to do that?
Well, I just always loved music.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, and I think with loving music and being in those positions, I would say the hardest thing for me was always wanting to be like, I don't want to come off as like a groupie. I want to be taking that serious business. And so it just, I think it was just natural. Like I knew I wasn't going to be there like, whoa, like, you know,
like this is work.
Yeah. I was very like intentional about that. And just, you know, showing up and like looking for ways in different spots on like, where can I service or where can I bring value to make this feel easier for the people that I'm working for, so that I can continue to make space for myself.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can kind of contribute to what you're saying about being in those rooms, because I was in rooms with Nelly, with Wiz Khalifa, and with King Los, and being a videographer and a photographer and not being a fan, right? Because everybody else is taking pictures and you know, let me get a picture with you, and I'm the only one who never got a picture with them because I'm working at the same time. So you have to keep that mindset as like, okay, I'm here to work. I'm not here to celebrate them. I'm here to work for them.
Yeah. That was the hardest thing, honestly, because I never would get pictures.
Yeah.
And I
like
remember
you didn't really work with them. You don't have any pictures.
I know. I had pictures in the building, but like to take pictures with them for me just never felt right. And I remember being in, you know, my internship for Sirius XM, and I was talking to, man, I can't remember his name, but he was like one of the managers of like several of the shows. And he was saying to me like, why don't you? And I was like, because like, that's just like, I guess what they would call it now, cringe to me. But he made it very clear that like, no, like you have to, like that's a part of the game. And so that was a little bit of my transition away from like the city of New York, because I was just kind of like, maybe this side of it just isn't like for me, because I'm not willing to compromise myself which we see all the documentaries these days, you know what I mean? Of like just how those rooms can be, which I'm not saying all those rooms are like that, but you know, I'm a confident young woman and I know I'm not like, you know, unattractive or anything like that. And so you could sometimes put yourself in a position where it's like, am I giving the right energy and signs? And it becomes so much energy and effort that you have to put into that versus like the actual work.
Yeah.
And like deflecting and you know what I mean? Things like that. So, but you learn what you can learn and you take what you can take with you and apply it to spaces to where like, you know, I don't even think about things like that anymore because I'm just, it's not even the realm that I operate inside of that. Like it's when you come around me, I want it to feel more so like, how can we collaborate and grow? Because that's all I'm giving off.
Yeah. So being in a bigger city, experiencing the difference and coming back to Toledo, how has the transition been from having those experiences, but now having to come back to Toledo and bring those experiences to people who are somewhat stuck in their ways of how Toledo has been, and they see it everywhere else, but they think they have to go outside of the city to get that. When in reality, we can have it right here.
Yeah, I think just being confident and being okay with, you know, maybe things not fully selling out in the way that they could be, you know what I mean? Because if you really think about it, I'm operating like a 200-person space. And there's like 150 seating if there's seating required, right? So for example, the Drake event that I put on, I sold probably 80% of the tickets the day of.
They do way
Okay,
too
so
fast, man.
that's one of the things that which makes it a little difficult in a way. You know, you gotta continue to move with what you have. So, you know, all of it's a blessing and opportunity and it helps you navigate. But for me, it's like if tickets were purchased sooner, I would be able to put more money into the experience. Now the experience is still gonna be excellent. And I still carve out the time for it to, you know, be last minute, but you know, you don't know what you're working with. You get what I'm saying? So, but I think just carrying, for me, having those experiences, it gave me the opportunity to have a large capacity. And also, you know, New York is a very straightforward place.
Yeah, it is.
So
it is.
On the ground.
It definitely, you know, cracked, opened my like shyness, I guess you would say, and also just my timidness maybe that I carried a little bit. You know, just growing up as a young adult, you know, you're finding yourself, but it just gave me the like, I don't give a type of like attitude where it's like, you know, if it's going to be, it's up to me and I'm okay if you don't care about that or you just don't even pay attention to that. You know what I mean? I just do the best I can with what I have.
Yeah.
But it is, for me, it's like, all I can do is bring forward consistency and it's going to be a good time. If I'm throwing an event and if people have been to the events that I've had, like if I'm throwing an event, it's going to be nice. Like this past Sunday, we did a sangria and sundresses event and it was beautiful. Like the ladies were beautiful, but there were no men there. And so I'm like, if I was a man, I would have came to this event.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
There weren't a lot of men there. And I was just like, I was definitely thinking like, this one is for the ladies. Yes.
Got
but
some sugar mamas there.
this one, there were some beautiful, when I tell you, just beautiful women, just looking incredible. And it was just like, okay, well, next time, let me make sure I do an emphasis on the male presence of like, you know, come out. This is like for everybody. So I think it's just that continuing to learn, understanding that things are not always going to go your way, and there's always going to be things that you have to troubleshoot. And if it's going to be, it's on you.
Right.
And I think it's also having to change the male perspective of just because it says sundress sangria does not mean that you can't attend. Like so many people, like so many guys, like the trap and paint that I'm doing with Brittany Foster with DJing or whatever. And I remember we did one last summer and a guy came. He was like, "It ain't nothing but all women here," and I was like, "Is that an issue?" Like, well, I don't see the problem. You know what I'm saying? But
You should be happy.
You should be very happy. So now I'm questioning, like, what you got going on? Ain't none of my business. But it just changing that male perspective. Like, everything doesn't have to be, I guess, manly. Like, you can. It's okay as a
Right.
man to go and sip and paint. It's okay for a man for you to go to sundresses and sangria. Actually, if you would like to meet a nice woman, you should be attending these events.
Right,
Like
100%.
she's not always going to be at your local hole in the wall bar.
Some of us
Right.
don't like to go to those.
Some don't like to go to those. You know what I'm saying?
These events are opportunities to meet people. As an adult who's married in a healthy relationship with 2 kids, I have an event this Friday, which is a kids rave party, right? So they do these in bigger cities where kids, you can come, it'll be loud, you know, the music your kids like to listen to and dance to. We'll have a Shirley Temple bar, free face painting for the kids, hair tinsel, temporary tattoos, like different things like that. If you're a mom struggling to make other mom friends because maybe your friends haven't became a mom yet, this is a place where you would also go for that. Like, yes, you're going for your kids, but at the same time, you're also going for yourself, so that you can meet other parents that are thinking similar as you. You get what I'm saying? So there's always an opportunity. You know, you see people put on Facebook all the time looking for friends. It's so hard to find this. It's so hard to do this. It's like, there's opportunity.
Yes.
There's a Facebook group for everything.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Listen,
Right.
there really is. So
Yeah.
you just have to get out there, and, you know, I do my best to make the events affordable, and not, you know, overly charge or, you know, anything like that, but just make it affordable enough to where it can bring, I can put a little bit back into it, and I can also, you know, make the event the event. The Sundresses and Sangria event was free. So it's also, you know, bringing free events for people, so that people can just come out and kind of feel the brand of like what to expect when I'm throwing an event. The kiddie rave is like $20 for one adult, one kid.
Yeah.
But you're getting free face paint. You're getting an experience.
Right.
Yeah.
That I don't know anywhere else, you know, putting that on right now. So it's just,
And,
yeah.
and
I
I
love
will
that.
say that is really good.
Yeah.
And I do hope that Toledo catches on that you can do things and have events and go places for reasonable cost.
Yeah.
Because coming from living in a bigger city,
Yes.
I've seen people drop some coin
Yeah.
Yeah.
in a heartbeat. Like, events sell out in a matter of hours
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
people wanted to be in the building.
Right.
So if you were going to a bigger city for this, why can't you do it in your own city?
yeah.
Where you don't even have to pay for a hotel, travel, or nothing. You just get up, put some gas in your car
Yeah.
if you need it, and go to the event.
Yeah.
For
Well,
a fraction of the cost.
yeah.
Yes.
Well, let's answer that question after our commercial break. We got to pay bills, right?
We got to
Yeah,
pay
we gotta pay
bills.
some bills.
Thank you.
You-
Thank you. I was trying to
It's
wait.
like double dutch. You got to wait till the rope goes up.
Yeah, I fumbled. Shout out to our sponsors, Sir Sandra McPherson, City Councilwoman, Young Men and Women for Change, One Creative Cutie LLC, the Tabernacle Church, the Fountain Church, Premier Screening LLC, Rhonda Sewell, and Stacks Chicken. But before we go, Jesse, where can they find us?
You can find us live on Facebook, live on YouTube. You can also find us on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and wherever you download your favorite shows.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back after this commercial break.
Give me one for the wake up. I'm so grateful for another day to help stimulate the mental. Time to strategize, huddle up, where's your circle? I can feel the movement radiate through the convo. Talk is cheap, turn your faith into work. I drink my second cup and put my hands in the dirt. 2 cups, drinking straight drip from the earth. Caffeinated conversations, you heard them here first. One for the wake up. One for the wake up. Two for the work. Caffeinated conversations. You heard them here first.
Jamaican reggae kitchen. Every little thing just sizzling. From Yardman spice to Island rhythm. Put some soul in the pot, then listen. Jamaican reggae kitchen. One plate mash up your system. Take a bite, feel the bass in your chest. Then every belly start dance to the hymn them. Hey, yo. Rice and peas in a big pan, jack smoke, right name in the sky. Grandma hum, one old hymn song. You them bust joke, laugh till them cry. Lime wedge cool down the thing them. Sweet sauce drip off your chin. You say you just come for a small friend, but you got 3 plate deep, can't pretend. Jamaican reggae kitchen. Every little thing just sizzling. From yard man spice to island rhythm. Put some soul in the pot then.
To be able to come out and see all these kids and everyone get together so that we can put a smile on all the other kids' faces is super. It makes my heart smile.
Golden sun, we were running free, chasing dreams underneath the trees. Voices laughing, echoes in the night, streetlights shining, everything felt right. No tomorrow weighing on our minds. Every moment was a treasure in time. Life was simple, love was near. All those memories feel so clear. If I could go back just one more day, back to the park where the children play. No worries, no fears, just joy in the air. The world was ours, we didn't care. If I could turn back, let me stay. Oh, just give me one more day. Swing sets creaking to the summer song. Every heartbeat where we all belong. Pavement games, hopscotch on the ground. Every corner held the magic we found. Now the years move faster than the rain, but in my soul I still feel the same. Take me back where love was true, to the moments when the skies were blue. If I could go back just one more day, back to the park where the children play. No worries, no fears, just joy in the air. The world was ours, we didn't care. If I could turn back, let me stay. Oh, just give me one more day. Time keeps moving on, but my heart still sings that song of laughter in the summer breeze. All those days meant everything. If I could go back just one more day, back to the park where the children play. No worries, no fears, just joy in the air. The
419 Morning Show is on. 419 The Grind.
Good morning, Toledo. Welcome to the Rise and Grind Morning Show. It's your boy Ty Cleveland, aka Big T, and not the little one. And of course, I am in the studio with my lovely co-host, the beautiful, the amazing, the wonderful, and my cousin, Dr. Liddell. What's good?
Good morning, TOL. And yes, we are real cousins.
We real
not
cousins,
just-
not that play place.
Yeah, we the real stuff.
You know how black folks like to do. That's
Yeah.
my cousin. Just because y'all grew up on the same street and you went to your granny house for one summer does not mean that y'all related.
Exactly.
So, and of course, we are in the studio with the DJ Impress. What's good?
Man, you shouldn't have said my name. They thought Sean swole up during the break. It's like, what is Sean eat? He got
It's in the water. It's in the water.
It's in the wall.
He had some walla this morning. He done swole up. Yeah.
Swole up.
Good morning. I am back. I'm back.
He is, yep. And of course, we are here in the studio. The man with the plan, Jesse Coleman, aka Tucked Away Jay. He produces everything here on the 419 Grind Network. What's good, Jay?
I need a job. Somebody fill out an application somewhere.
You mean to tell me that Al is not hiring?
Al is my business partner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you'll see him one day. He'll show up.
Sure, we're gonna
Al,
see.
but by the way, Al said make sure y'all clean up y'all spots when y'all get up from the desk.
See, Jesse got this imaginary friend named Al that tells us what to do around here.
Okay.
No.
You really think Al is AI?
Right.
That's the acronym.
Yeah, they just mispronouncing it.
Yes. And we have our guest in the building, social media manager, Golden Hicks. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Now, before the commercial break, we were talking about, you making a transition from New York back to Toledo and having these big, grand ideas that, we typically don't see here in the city. And so we have our question of the day. And our question of the day is, what do you think is the common misconception about Toledo?
Oh, I think the common misconception of Toledo is that we don't have what other cities have. But we do. I've lived in Cleveland, so you got, NBA, NFL, all that. Yes, maybe we don't have just that, but trust me, that traffic, first of all, you're not going to that game every day. Right? We do have Detroit just, right up the street. Toledo is essentially could be looked at map-wise like getting all of those benefits from Detroit. In Toledo, you just live in the suburb of Toledo or like the city outside of Detroit with distance, with how the distance is and how long it takes to just go right up that street and be right there. But we have everything that, other cities have. We just don't have the terrible traffic. We don't have the inflated prices. That yes, prices are inflated, but everything isn't to that degree. So there's a lot of big city things that aren't enjoyable. And I think that we get the opportunity to just not have to engage with that. But we do have everything here.
Yeah. I think another common misconception about Toledo is that there's nothing to do. Everybody's like, there's nothing to do here. There's nothing to do. And I'm like, well, you do the same stuff every time. And you have to be willing to branch out and expand your horizon when it comes to doing stuff. So if you're still going to your same hole in the wall bar and doing the same stuff, I will be bored too. And we have a lot of different things. Sometimes you have to say, before I go to my little hole in the wall, let me go to a Mud Hens game. Let me go to a Walleye game. Maybe I don't go to my normal hole in the wall. Maybe after the Mud Hens game, I check out something downtown. Maybe I go to Perrysburg and go to the Funny Bone and try out different things out there. There's always something going to the city, but people are like, there's nothing to do. There's nothing to do. And people need to understand that you don't always got to go somewhere and turn up. Sometimes it's okay just to chill, to vibe, relax. I think sometimes we want everything to be turned up and rah and everything, and sometimes every place is not like that. So you have to be willing to change your mindset when it comes to what a turn up looks like. Sometimes you just need to turn down for a little bit. It's okay.
And every something to do don't have to involve alcohol either.
That too. Yeah.
It can be something as simple as riding a scooter along the river, doing something different. Getting out the house, creating movement, go for a walk.
Outside don't just always mean drinking. Outside just means go outside, do something.
Means fresh air.
Fresh air.
The people,
Fresh air.
the people that say there's nothing to do here, to me, it just shows me that you're closed-minded, right?
And that you're boring.
I interviewed a guy here last night, and he came to one of our poetry nights, and I asked him, I said, well, how did you find it? He was like, he just Googled it. You know what I mean? It was just as simple as a Google. Like anything you want to do, you can Google it and it'll tell you where it is. And 9 times out of 10, it's going to be somewhere in the city.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
I think one of the biggest misconceptions about Toledo is there's no talent here.
Right.
No, I'm serious.
No.
Yeah. I'm not talking about the post. I'm talking about like really being out in LA. As big as LA is, I think. And when it comes to the population in Toledo, there's more talent-wise here than there is percentage-wise in LA. Like we have more talented people amongst our population than they have out in LA. And that's what the problem is that we do talent versus talent versus talent versus talent, and other talent is trying to shut down other talent instead of working together.
So,
And
okay.
And I was just gonna say, because if you don't, people don't see you as the popular or the person that's out there that everybody knows, that they don't believe that you can do things.
Right.
You know, you're not good because they don't know who you are. But in reality, for those of us who have been outside of the city that have worked in bigger spaces, we actually have people who know what we do.
Yes.
Right.
So the misconception is that, you know, there are people here that, like you said, have talent, they have skills, and they actually have an audience outside of the city that is much greater than the people here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I have 2 misconceptions about Toledo. One of them is that you can't make it in Toledo.
Yeah.
That's the craziest thing I ever heard. You can make it, like, the internet makes the world a lot smaller than it was before. One, so you can make it from anywhere. You just gotta have the drive, determination, and discipline to be able to do it. And the other thing, I hate when something happens, people like, oh, that only happens in Toledo, or it happens everywhere.
It happens everywhere.
You just don't know about it because you ain't been nowhere but Toledo. You know what I mean?
And Toledo's small enough, you see it quicker.
Right.
Yeah. I say that all the time, especially when I first came back, just making the observation is that Toledo's like the perfect size to make it, actually, because it's small enough to not be overlooked, but it's also large enough that there's so many people who have center of influence that you don't know yet.
Absolutely.
You know maybe one person from like another friend group or family or different things like that, but it goes like 2 to 3 more families deeper and 2 to 3 more friend groups deeper that we just don't know or don't see on social media. And so that pond of people is there. There's in Toledo, sometimes it can be hard. Sometimes your close people will support you, and people you're expecting to maybe support you don't support you, but you're probably like 1 or 2 people away from the people who actually need the service or value that you have and provide. And it's just a matter of, persevering as well as businessing up what you are having to offer, so that way you can make that bridge for people.
I think I changed my life when I used to do stuff, and I used to expect like my friends and stuff to support me. And then one day, I'm not gonna lie, I used to get mad, like, man, I'm doing this, and then one day I just made the conscious decision, like, I'm gonna stop focusing on people who don't support me, and I'm going to focus on the people that support me, and that's where I'm going to put my energy.
Yes.
And by doing that, it grew. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's a lot less stress on you because it's a lot less work. Like, I used to do stuff to try to make. They gotta support me after this. They gotta just the people that are supporting you. You focus on them, and it'll organically grow.
Absolutely.
And
100%.
what I was about to say is what Golden was saying about the location of Toledo and how big and how not small it is. Right. But at the same time, the proximity to Cleveland, to Detroit, to Columbus, to Chicago, to Indianapolis, those cities are still audiences that we can reach.
Yeah,
right.
That you can reach as a business or as a brand or as an artist.
Right. Because when you're in a bigger city, that's the distance it's taking to get to the other side of town.
Yeah,
it is.
It takes an hour in LA. It takes an hour to get anywhere.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
In Orlando, Orlando too.
Yeah. I like what Lexi said. She said that we are a community that needs you to show and prove, and that is very true. And not only just to show and prove, but also show that you're consistent. You know what I'm saying? We are a city that it has to be consistent. I feel like if we didn't do this thing on a consistent basis, the Rise and Grind Morning Show, people wouldn't take us seriously.
Yeah.
So, but because we always deliver, whether it's with the Rise and Grind Morning Show, Weekend Show, Mud Talk, Win Lose Sports Show, Creative Cutie, because we are a consistent network, people are like, okay, I rock with y'all because y'all have shown and proved that you guys are going to be consistent. But if it was like, oh, well, they on this week, but not next week, or they're not on this month, they were like, man, I'm not tuning in and supporting that.
But that's a part of that drive and discipline that I'm talking about. You can make it anywhere as long as you have that drive and discipline.
Yeah, so when I tell y'all to come in on Wednesdays, I mean...
No. When Al say we got to work on Wednesday, man, Al said, we got to start working on Wednesdays.
So, Golden, if the people want to get in contact with you, how can they get in contact with you?
You can follow me on Facebook at Golden Hicks. Just spelled just like how it sounds, Golden, Golden. And my last name is Hicks, Hicks. And then on Instagram, my name is Gold Hicks. So Goldhicks. And I do still post on Instagram, just not as much as I post on Facebook for sure, which is a wild transition that I've made. But there's money on Facebook.
Yeah. You got to secure the bag.
There's a wide range of people on Facebook. And I think probably my age range of 30 plus you're gonna get on Facebook, which I'm not saying that I'm not promoting events to 20 years olds, but I am thinking of things that make sense to me. And so they're on there.
It's funny that different cities and different age groups go to use different platforms. Like I think New York and LA and Chicago or Miami are the ones who stick to Instagram. Like they don't do Facebook at all.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, plus us 30-year-olds, we're not using Instagram all the time either. We're definitely on Facebook, especially here in Toledo, because there's always something going down on Facebook here in Toledo. And that is not the tea that I cover. Okay? You leave that to somebody else. So, well, thank you, Golden, so much for stopping by the Rise and Grind Morning Show. Make sure y'all tap in with her on social medias to have her come out for your events. Do you have any events coming up?
Yes, I was going to say, can I promote some?
Go ahead.
Yes, so this Friday, I have a kids' summer rave party, summer kickoff. It's for families. Again, the tickets are just $20 for one adult, one child. If you want to do additional guests, it's just $9 each. And then next Monday, I have DIY summer series that I'm putting on, which will be different every week. We skip a week here and there, but you'll see that on my page when you see. So the one we have coming up on June 8th is hair clips and necklaces, similar to the one I have on, this white pearl one with fun colors and different trinkets. And you'll also be able to do that banana clip, or not banana clip, but
butterfly.
That butterfly clip. You'll be able to personalize it with gems and jewels and different things like that. And then on Thursday next week, on the 11th, I believe the 11th is Thursday.
Yep.
I have a conspiracy theory night.
Ooh.
And so we'll have a list of conspiracy.
Right up your alley.
Yep. So we'll have a list of conspiracy theories, just different topics, which, conspiracy theorist or truth teller, I don't know. We have to figure out the difference between that. But for conspiracy theory night, there'll be a list of different topics that we'll cover. You'll have an opportunity to get on the microphone and kind of add your piece if you choose. And then I'll probably reach out to the ticket buyers and see if they do want to present a certain topic that maybe I won't have. And then also all these events have a full service bar. So for the kids event, even I'm going to allow the parents to get at least one drink for themselves. Because if I'm out with my kids, I might need me a little drink.
Little adult juice box.
Yes. And then June 14th, I have a summer market. So it's about 30 plus local vendors. They come, they set up. My last one was around Mother's Day. And we had about 20 vendors, and it was incredible. I had a vendor was able to profit around $800. And They set up, it's free of charge for all guests because the encouragement is to shop with the local vendors. If you shop with 4+ vendors, you get entered into a raffles and win different prizes that are donated by the different vendor tables as well. That's June 14th from 12 to 4 p.m. downtown Toledo. And like I said, 30+ vendors. And then June 20th, we have a Pilates summer solstice, which is 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. And we'll also have a matcha cart available there. As well as still, you know, if you want to get a little drink afterwards, you can do that too. And then this is the one that I really want to promote because I feel like it's a bit confusing. Okay, so July 12th, I'm doing a downtown flea market. However, it's not just for people who own a business or sell antiques. Okay. If you have things in your house that you just don't use anymore, but they're still of good reusable quality, we donate a lot of things, but also sometimes when we donate, I want to go and buy something. And it's like, yeah, I want to donate and still donate, right? You know, it's good to give to, but Goodwill's selling it when we donate it. You know what I mean? So if you come together with your friend or your sister or your cousin or somebody and you guys want to share a table and sell some of your good household items or good or clothes.
Yeah, like a garage sale, yeah.
It's like a large garage sale in one location. There's 30 vendor tables. There's about 5 that have already been paid for. And it's just $50 to buy the table. And you get to keep all your profit yourself. But then also we'll have good music on, we'll have the bar open for people and different things like that. And then here's a really, really good one, Singles Mix and Mingle. And this one's new, June 26th. It'll be a singles mix and mingle night. So I put a ticket on it just so we can eliminate some, you know,
riffraff.
Yeah, some chaos, right? We just don't want everybody walking in, but all is welcome. You just have to purchase a ticket. So singles mix and mingle night is just $15. You come in, we have bar items, we'll have different little interactive things to do on different tables, but I'm going to be hosting that and also getting on the microphone and kind of giving encouragement in a way that doesn't feel like pushy, like speed dating. It'll be like, if you see somebody wearing blue or red, throughout this next song is an opportunity for you to go up to that person and ask them what high school they went to. And just kind of give that push to kind of initiate some conversation. Because I understand we live in a different time and it could be, you know, a little awkward or, you know, some people are timid. But like I said, that's June 26th. And then my last one, I'm sorry, I have two more. I'm doing a spades tournament.
Okay. You got security at the space. Yes. Get real.
They can. So for that, it's just $35 per team, and you'll win prizes and different things like that. And all this stuff is on my Facebook page. That is June 2nd. And then the last event we're doing, just follow me on my Facebook page, just because some of these dates I've launched, these are on my store to purchase tickets, but I've kind of been like, is this the right date? You know, sometimes you gotta marinate with it and make it sure, but everything will be out by the end of the today. And then the last one I'm doing in collaboration with the Blarney Event Center is it's called Get the Bag Bingo, where you go and you play bingo inspired game night. You play bingo, and then when you win, you get to pick a purse or like a travel bag or like a nice wallet. Just a variation of different bags that we're going to purchase and bring there, and they're going to all be cute. Trust me, I'm going to make sure they are just the best bag. And that is coming up on June 10th, a Wednesday night, 6 to 8 p.m. And it's always so much fun, you know, light music playing in the background. And of course you can get drinks. So it's a great thing to come to with your girlfriends or like your coworkers and different things like that. But you can find that ticket on the BlarneyEventCenter.com.
Okay.
And if you ever want to rent, the space out, just reach out to me and I'll connect you with my girl Robin there, who does the bookings and things like that.
Okay.
We might have to hire her to put together Sugar Mamas for Sean.
Absolutely. I was actually thinking about that 2 days ago because a lot of people have been reaching out to me, which
About Sean to sugar mama.
No, not that yet.
I say, whoa.
But about doing collaborative events. If there are
Okay.
events that you're inspired by and you want to do, and maybe you just feel like you don't know where to start,
Mm-hmm.
like I live for it. I love it. I know how to connect the dots. I know how to make it profitable, and I'm gonna promote it until the day of. Like I'm gonna put the time in. We also have something coming July 9th, which will be a B-sides event with Rocky Da. He reached out to me and I talked to him on Sunday after an event, and he wants to collaborate on an event. Kind of like the One Bedroom series, if you've ever seen that on YouTube, where the DJ's in the middle of the room.
Yeah.
Love that vibe.
Yeah.
And that's how the setup will be. And the tickets we're gonna do low. It's gonna be like 15, somewhere between like 10 to 15 ticket, just because the space can reach capacity.
Yeah.
So if you haven't caught on yet to these events, they will catch on. And I know we will get to a space, whether it's in a year or it's in a few months, to where we will be selling out. And, you know, he said something to me on the phone and he was like, I don't know about tickets, you know, people don't. And I was like, well, people are going to get to, because this is the way that I think doing events get to be profitable for people and get to make sense to where we can bring forward a great experience.
Yeah.
The fun will always be had, but not selling ourselves short inside of bringing forward a great service. And so, yeah, stay tuned for that. That'll be a Thursday, July 9th. And again, like I said, all this new promo will be out by the end of this week.
All right. So make sure y'all get in with Golden Hicks on Facebook and all social medias. Thank you, Golden, so much for
Thank
stopping
you.
by. Can we get
Thank
Sean
you.
back in here so we can wrap the show up?
Nah, I think he's going.
He gone? Oh, all right. All right.
Eddie King slid in and slid out.
Well, we're going to go ahead and wrap the show up, y'all. But before we do that, we got to thank some sponsors before we do that, right?
We want to thank our sponsors, Jamaican Reggae Kitchen,
Come on.
McCain Insurance and Casualty, the Purple-Headed Mail Lady,
I knew it was coming.
Taquita,
Taqueria, or
Tates, Taco Truck. Before we go, we'd like to leave people with something inspirational. Golden, what do you want to leave people with?
Yeah, I got a little quote. How you do anything is how you do everything.
Love
So don't choose spaces to be lackadaisical in. And it's not cool to be nonchalant anymore, you guys. It's really cool to be chalant and to really care and to give effort into.
I like that.
Yeah, be chalant.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Like that.
Yep. So that's my quote.
All right, Ty.
As I always say, don't be afraid to jump off the porch. But something that stuck with me when Golden was talking earlier, she was talking about how people complain about somebody posting too much on social media. And I have this to say: if somebody says that you're doing too much, maybe they just mad because they're not doing enough. And that's what I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yep.
Okay, Doctor, baby girl.
I'll just follow you and say, do enough. Do more than enough. So you can walk into that purpose like you're supposed to.
Yeah.
Jesse.
I'm going to say the same thing I say every show. Make sure you follow us on all social media at the 419 Grind. Go to the website, the419grind.com/store. Get you a Juneteenth shirt or a Rising Grind morning shirt. Go to the winandlosesportsshow.com and get all of our merch, and just follow all of our podcasts on all of those platforms there.
I'm going to end with you need water to grow. So that rain that you're experiencing right now is just for growth. Also, you can't add days to your life, but you can add life to your days. And in fashion of my other co-host, nothing changes if nothing changes. You are the head and not the tail. You are above and not beneath. Have a great day on purpose. We will see you guys on Thursday. Yes.
Glass City Blues. Boots in the mud, yeah. Step on the glass, catching that wildlife. Toledo, where we at? Got my boots in the mud, stepping on glass. We came from the flood,
Rep your city. Visit us online at the 419